Welcome back to another video. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different than a regular guide I would do because I'm going to do this as a progression style video. Now I do believe most people know how most prog videos go for Deepwoken. Usually it's them using tier 1 and then doing bounties and whatnot until they max level. However, this isn't really consistent XP or the fastest way to prog. The only time I would ever consider using bounties in a progression speed-wise would be if it would be a quicker teleport over there than a boat ride. But today I will be showing you how I personally prog almost every build I do, whether it's PvE or PvP. Now with that long-winded intro out of the way, I will be explaining my build. So the build that I will be doing today is kind of just a Metamancer one for the meta we are in right now. So pre-shrine I am going 55 charisma, 65 willpower, and 40 intel for overflowing dam, unnecessary theatrics, all the charm casters, just a bunch of the really good willpower talents such as like underdog and whatnot. Now this build is a slightly complex build because I will have to shrine a chance before I shrine to order to get overflowing dam because I did intelligence last. And then I will also have to shrine a chance when I hit max build to get reinforced armor. And then I will have to shrine a chance after I get reinforced armor to get some of the other flame charm talents that I will be lacking. So not the easiest build, and I'm pretty sure most people would take 2 or 3 days to prog a build like this with everything included. Now, if you guys have noticed, I am doing post audio for most of my videos in total because I can't really find a good setting or good way to filter my voice through OBS without it really just sounding terrible for some reason. It will pick up Discord and whatnot, but short story, I've watched a lot of videos, I just can't get it to work, so this is the best option I have now. But hopefully I will find a solution to this because I would like to pump out more prog style videos. But going back to the topic here, the beauty of this build is that it's more or less customizable to your playstyle. Now it is a good all-round survivability. The only mantra that I would suggest you to get is Flameless because it is really good right now. However, for me, I am choosing to do a M1 base build for Flame Charm, so I will be grabbing Nullifying Clarity, Charge Return. So the mantras I will be doing will be trying to support an M1 base build, so I will be getting Exhaustion Strike, Flame Blade, Burning Servants, and the other mantras that kind of just tie in close range fights. And I will be also grabbing Dancing Steps to support my movement. But other than mantras, you also do have a lot of flexibility in your oath you could get for this build, because you do have stats for Star Kindred and Blind Seer. You could also get any of the non-stat requirement oaths such as Blind Seer or Dawnwalker or Contractor. But also you could shave off some fortitude points if you don't want to do the entire reinforced armor and get Vision Shaper. All you would be lacking is a small bit of survivability from the kit. But with the build out of the way, the first thing I do on most progs after Trial of 1 is I grab the Aces quest and I go ahead and turn it in. Now I would especially do this early on, especially if you are doing Intel, Willpower, or Charisma and Trial, and there are a lot of cards that you don't want from those talent categories. For example, Charisma has a bunch of like Friends in High Places, Nepotism, and just a bunch of Charisma talents that aren't great for PvP or PvE, but they are nice to have. But if you don't want them in the build, it is better to get them out of the way early so you don't have to use Mystic as much. Now, as you guys saw earlier, I do use Voidwalker as a basically mobility support to speed up builds. So I went back to Void Eye to buy training gear, and then I would go through the Void Mother to exit to respawn me at Lower Arisia. Now normally I wouldn't do this, but for this build I do have to grab Flame Charm from the trainer right before I shrine, so I do need Dying Embers. So for leveling I will be grinding golems. Usually I would do either the Crypt of Unbroken or Mecha Sharkas though. I do personally believe both of those places will give you the best XP for time. Now if you don't like doing Crypt, I suggest Mecha Sharkas a lot because it is insane money profit just like Crypt, and you do get a lot of XP from these. Now this power up right here was my final power up until I needed to shrine. However, I did only have like 3 dying embers, so I did have to stick around for about 20 minutes until I did have 5 dying embers. Now after I did get my dying embers, I just reset to go back to lower, and then I did go to the depths because I forgot that I couldn't shrine of chance and then shrine of order because I still needed to get the flame charm. Now since I did go to the depths, I did decide to farm it for a small period of time to get like all the thrasher spines, dark feathers, and odd tentacle and everything. So when I do need to get my master's armor, it wasn't hard to do. But after getting most of the ingredients I did need, I went ahead and left the depths. Now if you are enjoying the video, if you would like or subscribe would be a great help. Now before I move on too much farther, I will be doing this video in 2 parts. The first part will be up until shrine, and then the second part will be post shrine. But just in the pre-shrine phase of this build, it did take me about an hour and a half. However, this is counting tier 1, getting the dying embers, which did take a little bit longer because I am farming golems, and then also doing intel, which is one of the slower things to do before you shrine. But since I am ready to do this shrine, I am gonna go ahead and go to Song Seeker and go get the flame potion by turning in the dying embers now. And right after this, I did go ahead and shrine. Now these prog guide-like ones I'm gonna do for this video and the next one after will be on the shorter side because it is supposed to be more informational than more entertainment. However, I will go ahead and tell the time it did take me to make this build. Now I did do this build in one setting in its entirety, which was around 5 hours in the recording, but in actual gameplay it was probably about 4.5, if not a little bit less. And that is one of the reasons I am separating it, because there is 5 hours of footage I did have to cut through, and just this 7 or 8 minutes was about 2 hours of it, honestly. But if you have enjoyed the videos so far, it would mean a lot if you did subscribe or like the video.